Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, July 30th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's gonna open in about 7 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. And one last thing. And we are good to go. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Link is sent out. All right, perfect. So as people join in, I'm gonna go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. I'm just gonna mark up the closer levels. A lot of these levels are, I mean, for the most part, irrelevant. Going down to the 1 hour. Down to the 30-minute. To the 15. Down to the 10-minute. Back down to the 1. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, guys, good morning, everybody. It looks like majority of you guys are here so far. Today is Tuesday, July 30th. It is 6:26 right now. Market's gonna open in about 4 minutes. So I marked up liquidity over here. Closest level of liquidity above is at 40,804, and the closest level below is at 40,720. So let's see who's here so far. Morning, Steven. Morning, Joe. Morning, Maria. Morning, Sadie. Nick said Jolt's job openings at 7. Yeah. High impact news at 7 o'clock. Let me go and check the calendar real quick. There was a couple news events this morning, 5:55, 6 o'clock. So let's see. We had news over here at 5:55. Low impact. So small, I can't even get it. There we go. News. We had news at 6 o'clock, medium impact. And then we have Jolt's job openings at 7 o'clock, which is high impact, of course. Got news at 7 o'clock and news at 7:30. So the ATR right now is currently 7, which is pretty low. I mean, it's pretty normal. It's between 7 and 9 is usually the pre-market ATR. Um, Looking over here at the level 2, a lot of sell orders setting up over here. So this thing might get pushed down a little bit. Yeah, looking at this over here, there is it's pretty normal ATR. So the market movement right here, pre-market, is pretty normal. We got market opening up in about 2 minutes. We had news this morning over here, low impact at 5:55, red book. And then we had medium impact news over here at 6 o'clock, which was S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index. And then later we have JOLTS job openings at 7 o'clock. It's gonna be the first big news for this week for NFP. So I'm hoping we get some volatility here before then, between 6:30 and 7, so that we can get in and out pretty quickly and not have to trade after 7. So we'll see what happens here. Market's gonna open up in about 40 seconds, guys. Not really much news from CNBC over here. No breaking news for the day. Retail sentiment 69% short, so you probably want to look for some buys today. But again, it's not going to be the main factor. We got a lot of sell orders sitting up here on the level 2, so this might get shot down once it gets up to, say, liquidity up here. So if price pushes up, first target is going to be up here, of course. First level of liquidity. Price pushes down, targets to be down here, lower level liquidity down here. So price is spiking right there as price pushes up. But you guys can see all the sell orders over here is pushing price right back down. Just like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of sell orders sitting up there right now. This thing might just get shot down, but this was a huge, huge spike right here. If you guys took liquidity, first TP right here got hit already. If you took liquidity over here, first TP right there got hit as well. It's still climbing right now. I'd probably be careful to chase this buy here because there's a bunch of sell orders that are sitting up there on my level 2 right now. All right, let me see what the next target's going to be because this target's already hit. The next target's going to be a lot higher. It's going to be up here at around the, well, the New York high is going to be the next target, but at this very moment, we'll see if price holds from where it's currently at. So it's pretty mixed right now at the level 2. There's a lot of sell orders here trying to stop price, but there's also a lot of buy orders pushing price through. So, all right, pretty much all of the liquidity here got hit. You guys can see price starting to spike down a little bit. This is, like I said, there was a bunch of orders on level 2. Next target's gonna be this level up here. All the liquidity pretty much got hit already. So that's pretty much done with. Yeah, there's a lot of orders on both sides. There's more sell orders than buy orders right now, so this thing might push down a little further. But I mean, regardless, there's no entry for me to take here anyways. I'm gonna look for price to push down, bounce off the pivot, come right back up, provide me a market flow entry. But at this very moment, there's nothing here right now at the moment, so just keep watching. So the next target is like way up here. The sessions up there for New York high. That's the next official target. Next official target is like right here, New York high. If when price continues to push up, there is a levels entry that's set up right there. Again, I said it's a little tricky because of the sell orders that are currently sitting around this area. So I see a bunch of sell orders sitting around the 909 area. So like around this area right here, I see a bunch of sell orders, some big sell orders that are kind of just hanging out. And you can see how price here is coming right back down. So it's getting pretty balanced here. Once I see the balance here, then I'm going to be okay with like taking some more buys. or if I see more orders on the buy side. Right now, it's getting more balanced. There was more sell orders, but now it's becoming more and more balanced. So I do see quite a bit of orders on both sides right now. Obviously, I'm going to be looking for some buys here. So I'm going to look for some balance in the level 2, and I'm also going to look for some buy orders to fill up. There's a lot of buy orders that are starting to fill up now. So if that's the case, this here might get pushed up even higher. Either way, I'm going to be looking for the retracement. So I'm looking for price to retrace down to the pivots down here, and then a sharp correction back to the upside. Looking at the level 2 right now, there's a lot of orders on both sides. The price might just consolidate here for a little bit. See a lot of orders on the sell side, see a lot of orders on the buy side. Yeah. The sell side is starting to get heavier, but now the buy side just picked up. All right, so the level 2 is kind of irrelevant right now. It's not going to be too useful for us. I think the level 2 is going to be useful once we get closer to the New York high above. It's not really good when it's an open market like this because there's just a lot of back and forth. But when price gets near the sessions up here, this is where we can probably look to see, how the level 2 is going to react to the price structure. So we'll keep looking. But again, like I said, right now, there's nothing going on right here. What I'm looking for is a pretty strong retracement back down and then a strong correction back up. There was a levels entry right here if anybody was looking to take it, but obviously I can take it. I'm just waiting for this to pull back a little bit. Looking for the sellers to just bring price down and then have the buyers come back into control. Price is still climbing, so. See, Max said, so Max locked in 2 trades for 30 points that he's done for the day. Nice work, Max. All right, guys, if this swings back up, I'll be looking for a possible market flow entry. It's going to come down a little further. Candle has 40 seconds left on it, so it's still got some time. Not sure if it'll actually swing back up, but I'll be watching it here. It's got 30 seconds left. Not yet. All right, let me get it right here. So I got in right here. I bring the TP down a little bit to 98.
Order submitted.
Price is kind of just sitting right there right now. So the volatility here kind of died down a little bit. Unfortunately, I didn't get my TP didn't get hit right there. It kind of just spiked to the TP, and then it came back down real quick. Let's see where it's at. Fuck, I got stopped out. It's all good. Got stopped out on that trade right there. So price spiked up to my TP, got really close to it, and then it didn't trigger because it didn't get exactly to that point. It's barely off by 1 point right there. So it's all good. I'm gonna eat that loss right there. The volatility here kind of died down a little bit, came down, shot up, got really close to my TP right there, and then it just didn't close because it didn't push past it. So it's all good. It happens. I'll be watching for the next entry over here. So took half risk on that trade, not too bad. There may be another market flow entry that may come up again right here. So I'll be watching for it. Not right here though. Yeah, that volatility just kind of died down right there. I was looking for that one little push. I was like 1 point away from it, and I moved my TP down a little too late, so it didn't close me out. But it's all good. So I'm gonna watch for the next one over here. And I hate when the market volatility dies down like this. It would have been nice if it was still pushing up earlier, but right now it's kind of just flattened out. So I'll look for this to pull back a little bit. And then I'll look for it to possibly swing back up from here. So I'm watching it here. Ah, fuck, I got in too early. My finger slipped on that one. It's okay. It would have filled the entry anyways. Um, I don't understand why is the, here, let me move this down again one more.
Order submitted.
Yeah, for some reason, it keeps getting me in like a point different. If you guys saw my TP there, it was like slightly off just by a little bit. Again, the volatility here is a little slow. Watch it over here. All right, full TP on that one right there. So I'm back at break even for the day.
Order filled.
Yeah, shot right through. Nice one. So back at break even for the day. I don't know why that keeps happening. Like it gets me in at a good price, but then for some reason my TP is like another point higher every time. That's what happened on this trade. This trade should have hit TP, but it was too high and I wasn't able to move my stop loss or my TP high enough. And then it ended up, obviously triggering. So we're at break even for the day. I'm in slight profit on majority of my accounts. I'll continue looking for some more opportunities here for entry. So one win, one loss, and I'll keep looking here for the next entry. You know what? I think it's just my Apex accounts. It's not my personal account. It's my Apex account that keeps doing that for some reason. It's just laggy. It might be the copier kind of lagging a little bit with the entry times. All right, so I'm looking for another opportunity over here for entry. We got a pending buy signal right here. I'll come back and mark these up a little later. But right now, I'm gonna keep looking for entries while the volatility is still pretty decent. All right, so it looks like we're now in a range. As you guys can see here, price is now starting to range. It's basically ranging between this higher high. This is gonna be liquidity now. We got liquidity sitting up here, so that's a good sign. We got price pretty much ranging between these two areas right here. The actual range is between the 950 and the 850 right here. So 100-point range between 950 and 850. There's liquidity sitting right here. So price decides to climb up higher. We'd expect price to push past this area. I'm looking for that retracement again. So strong retracement right here. We have about 5 seconds. There's not going to be an entry on this candle, but I'm looking again for a strong retracement and a continuation back up. Yeah, Sadie said a possible triple confluence. Yeah, could be due. It could happen. All right, possible market flow entry setting up right here again. All right. Fuck, my entry is horrible. Okay, let me bring this down a little bit. 15. The entry was a little bad on that one. The volatility here is a little low, and the volatility here is kind of low as well. Volatility is low, and the entry was kind of bad because I got up like by like 1 or 2 points. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know if the execution times are just kind of slower today or laggy or whatever it may be, but I keep getting caught in like bad entry points. Might get stopped out on this one. Okay, I got stopped out on that one. It's all good. Man, today's market is not really what I was expecting for NFP. I was expecting more volatility. There it was, the volatility push right there. So unfortunately, I got basically screwed. My stop loss was too close too. So as you guys can see over here, this was my entry earlier. My stop loss was too close because my entries keep getting in at like a point difference. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try one more and then I'll see where this goes. But you guys can see here, this, if my entry was fine where it was supposed to be at entry point, it wouldn't have hit my stop loss. But because my entry was a little bit higher, my stop loss was a little closer. So it like barely triggered my stop loss and then it shot up to its TP. Today's market's a little frustrating. I've been having this for all 3 entries. So this one over here entered late, this one over here entered late, and this one over here, same thing, entered late. I might have to adjust my stop loss too, just to because the thing is when I enter late, the stop loss becomes way too close. Our stop loss is already tied at 15 points. If it goes even closer, then it's it's even worse. We have a liquidity push that's coming up right here. There's a lot of sell orders, so I'd be careful with the entry right here. I'm gonna keep looking for market flow entries, but yeah, I think I have to make adjustments to my stop loss too. I've been making adjustments to my TP, but not to my stop loss, and that's been kind of, well, this over here, it worked against me because it was so close to catching a spike there, which happened next to it. So currently right now I'm at a net loss of 1 for the day. I'm taking half risk, so it's technically a half loss. We'll look for another entry over here as we continue to push around. Man, I got to be faster with moving my TP stop loss. It's just hard on NinjaTrader when I drag it. Sometimes it doesn't actually drag the entry for some reason. It makes me want to edit it. All right, so we have another possible opportunity here for a market flow. If price comes down, it swings back up. A little too late for entry right there. Am I getting right there? Again, same thing. I got to move my CP down a little bit. Entry is, or TP is
Submitted.
92. All right, full TP right there. So again, this is like a cat and mouse game. I'm back at break even for the day. So loss, win, back at break even. Okay, we'll try this again. I need to get one more win to bring myself into net positive for the day. So there's volatility here and there's movement. It's just that for whatever reason, my entries keep sucking. They're just at I get in like at a point difference and it ends up giving me like too tight of a stop loss and too far of a TP. So all right, I'm gonna look for one more good entry. And then once I have that good entry, I think I might just wrap it up. At this point, I think the market is not on my side. We got news in 15 minutes, so well, hopefully we can get that trade beat from now until then. All right, so 4 entries today, 2 wins, two losses, break even for the day so far. Just gonna find one good entry. It's one solid entry to push me over for the day. This is kind of how yesterday was too. If you guys remember yesterday's trading session, we had the same situation. We had a break even halfway through, and then we had a 1 win, and I just wrapped it up because while there is volatility, it's not very consistent. You guys can see over here, there's volatility here on open between 6:30 until like 6:33. Then it went sideways, pushed up a little bit, went sideways, and then now it's pushing up again. So Jackson said, feeling too many emotions at this morning, might grow some breasts. Everybody, estrogen's going up right now. A little too much. All right, so let's see. We got this right here. Again, I'm gonna look for one more entry, guys. I'm just looking for one quality entry. Not really looking for anything too crazy here. Just one quality entry. Once I have that quality entry, I'll just see how the market continues to move, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, the market today is all my PA counts are like flat on break even right now, so that's fine. I just had a bunch of fees. Took 4 trades today, so you can only imagine how much in commissions that is. All right, so I'm looking for a possible market flow right here. Swings back up. Didn't swing up yet. Fuck again. All right, full TP right there. Whew. Now I can breathe. I'm in net win for the day. Okay, guys, I'm like trading on. I'm not trading on tilt, but I feel like I'm trading on tilt because this market is just It's not really moving too smooth. So I'm gonna wrap it up for myself, guys. I'll keep looking for entries here, but my own accounts, I'm just gonna be done because the market just, for the most part, sucks today with regard to consistency of the volatility and movement. So we got news coming up in about, let's say, 12 minutes. If you guys want to keep trading, feel free. Once it gets closer to news, like maybe 5 minutes from 7, you might want to be careful and stop trading because it is going to be high impact news, JOLTS job openings, and you're probably going to see some volatility spikes. Not really spikes, but you're going to see an increased volatility. You're going to see price kind of moving around a little more crazy. So I'm going to wrap this up for my accounts. I'm going to go and take screenshots of all the trades for today. So let's see, we took this one right here, which was a loss, of course. You know, I'm kind of pissed because now that I'm looking at this trade should have been a win. And it was a loss because of the same thing, but it's okay. Because this one over here got close to TP2. But it's all good. This entry came up at 635. All right, see you later, Jackson. Jackson said he's feeling too many emotions today. He's got to go, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, guys. If you guys think that, you're trading on tilt or you're just not feeling too great with the market, then, just wrap it up. I'm going to stay on here, of course. I'm going to look at some more entries for you guys, but I'm happy with my profits for the day. So I don't really feel like forcing anything. Next entry was at 637. The volatility here is starting to die down a little bit, guys. So just a heads up. It's a lot of trades for like if you look at a short period right here. I'm still pissed about this trade right here because this trade did not hit stop loss, but because our entry was so bad, we ended up losing. That would have been 2 trades right there for back-to-back wins, but I mean, it is what it is. Can't really get, that would have been 3 trades back-to-back actually for wins, but I guess I do have to adjust my TP stop loss, even if it kind of screws with my RR. All right, so price is pulling down right here. We have a possible market flow entry coming up, guys, if this swings back green. So the candle swings back green, you have a possible market flow entry right there. I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to sit out on this one because, like I said, market volatility here is just a little too crazy for me right now. Damn, so I had 3 wins today if I didn't get stuck in the stupid trade right here, but it's okay. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. 644. I just got to be faster with moving my TP stop losses. It's tough though with this market, the volatility where it spikes up. You don't have time to think. You just have to do it. Also with this last entry over here, this is at 647. Yeah, Nick said that's all right. It just shows that the strat works. Yeah, exactly. See, at this point, I think we need to move our servers to Chicago, Nick. I saw your response. I know it's not necessary, but I mean, it would be nice, right? It's not really that either. I think my internet's just, I might have to get even faster internet. I have really fast internet already, but I might need to step it up a little bit because the delay between, or it might just be the copier. Maybe I need a better copier, right? I don't know. Could be a lot of things. Be a lot of things because all I know is that my entries are starting to show a little delayed, but it's all part of the game, right? You can't control everything. There's some things in the market you just can't control, like market volatility, direction of price, etc. You just kind of have to flow with it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. CJ said, I'm just grateful I got my daily goal for the day before news. I know, same here. I think I'm basically at my daily goal for the day. So I did pretty solid, I think, overall. Let me take a screenshot of my profits over here. Yeah, I think for the most part did pretty good. Oops. Do that again. Okay, so there we go. There's a bunch of market flow entries that are coming up right here, guys. So there's another market flow entry right here that's currently running. Looks like it's about to hit TP. It's getting pretty close to news though, so you might want to be a little careful. So just look for those sharp retracements and sharp corrections. But anyways, here are my profits for the day. So I locked in 1,240 on my personal account. My Apex account right here locked in 1,160. My other Apex account 1,090. Other Apex accounts 1,080. The other accounts down here 525. And my lower accounts down here locked in 490 for two accounts and 315 on the other account down here. They're like different account sizes, so that's why the profits are slightly different. But overall, these are my profits for the day so far and for the week. So pretty decent. For the day, we have one net win. So you guys can see here, this is the power of having one net win. Over here, you can see we had one loss, one win, one loss, one win, one win. These should have been three wins. So I'm kind of pissed off about this. But I mean, it is what it is. You can see over here, even if you zoom in, I'm so like, it is what it is. I don't want to keep thinking about it because if I keep thinking about it, it's just going to piss me off even more. I just got to move on. Understand that today could have been three wins, but I'm perfectly fine with one win for the day. Yeah. So my profits here would have been three times, but it's all good. It's all part of the game. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're unlucky. So we have a possible, never mind. There was a market flow that was setting up right here, but it never came back up. So there's no market flow. 6:55 right now, guys. It's about 5 minutes till news. So you probably want to sit tight. So one of two things will happen right here between here and news price. It's either going to consolidate here and not do anything, or it's going to have a very large volatility push and then a continued push when the news happens. Again, this is high impact news. It's Joel's job openings right here for June. Last month it was 8.14 million. This month, or not last year, last month it was 8.14. This month it's forecasted to be 8 million. So this is going to be negative. They're forecasting it to be a negative news event. You can see right here, price is starting to come down because people are trying to get in before it actually happens. Let me check the level two right now. It's pretty mixed. I mean, there's more sellers, but it's for the most part kind of mixed right now. So it looks like a lot of these, yeah, the sellers are in control right now. It looks like a lot of the traders are trying to get in before the news. So people are trying to buy the dip here, but people are trying to push the price. So a lot of people right here, you can see the big red candle. They try to get in right before news because they're expecting price to spike down. And then you see the people over here trying to buy the dip. This price dipped down a little bit. Price shouldn't be down here yet. It's only down here because of market manipulation, of course. Everyone's trying to get in early before the news event. And then these people are trying to buy the dip, push price back to where it's supposed to be, which is supposed to be right here, right? Expect the 950 price right here to be the baseline. That's where price should be. And we got news over here at 7 o'clock. It's forecasted to be negative, so you might see a back and forth push. It's pretty much doing exactly what I mentioned earlier. I said expect some consolidation or some increased volatility. Right here, you saw some consolidation, then some increased volatility, and then it's probably going to go back into consolidation again right here. Everyone's a spectator in the market, right? So like if some people are spectating that the news is going to be negative, price will come down. If they're spectating that price is going to be positive, then price will go up. The analysts say it's going to be negative, but the analysts aren't always right. So just keep that in mind. Personally, I think price will push up. I think even though they're forecasting it to be negative, and even if it does come negative, I think price is going to be manipulated and it's actually going to go up. And the reason for that is because if you look over here at retail sentiment, it's 73% short. The market makers are not going to make it easy for retail traders. A bunch of retail traders that are selling right now, market makers are going to basically screw these guys over. You can see right here, just hit liquidity, reach the first target right there that I marked up for you guys. As always, the session is typically going to be the target. Looking at the level 2 data right now, there's a bunch of sell orders right now. So this thing might swing right back down. So it's pretty high right now, but it might push up a little higher and then swing right back down. I don't think price is going to break and close past the sessions, or it might break and close and get faked out right back below. There's a lot of sell orders right here, guys. I'm just looking at the level 2 right now. Yeah, they're trying to stop it from going any higher. You can see right there, it's having trouble getting past the sessions. So what you would expect here is a possible fake out. It might spike up really quick and then come down very hard. That's also a triple confluence right there. Thanks, Sadie, for the heads up. So triple confluence right there, currently running in profit, but it's right at the session. So very careful with that. And you can see right there, it's starting to come down a little bit. So let's take a look at our team profits for the day. So looking over here at our team profits, we have David. David locked on a total profit of 299 for the day. All wins here. Nice work, David. We got Steven over here. Nice work, Steven. So Steven locked in 111 on his first trade, lost 30, made 54 right back. 75, 61, lost 80, made it back with 66. So Steven is at a profit of, we'll say about 200 for the day. Nice work, Steven. Take a bunch of buys over here. Looks like you got caught in the back and forth just like I did, but you got a little luckier with more trades here for positive profit. So great work, Steven, and great work, David, there for your profits. Again, these are my profits right here. I'll add them up shortly. Actually, I'll just add them up right now since we're kind of not doing anything. We're just waiting at the moment. So let me just add these up down here first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 525 times 9, 4,000 plus 1240 plus 1160 plus 1160 plus 1090 plus 1090 plus 1080 plus 1080 plus 1080 plus 1080 plus 1080 plus 490, 490, 315. So 17,160 for the day, and for the week so far, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 9 plus 1348, 1268, 1268, 1193, 1193, 1188, 1188, 1188, 1188, 1188, 1188, 551, 551, 260. All right, 20,034 for the week so far. So not too bad. We got the news candle right here, guys. Not too much of a price movement, at least not yet. So we don't really have too much yet, but price is going to react to it. Just give it some time. So the news here for Joel's job openings was actually positive. So it was, yeah, they just revised it from 1814, and then they were forecasting it to be 8 million, which was going to be negative, but actually it was higher, 8.18. So not bad. You can see here that price is getting manipulated. This is pretty much what I was telling you guys about. Even though the news is positive, it doesn't mean that price is going to go up. Price will be manipulated because people will chase that news event, that people will chase the news push, and the market makers and institutions will basically just stop them all out. Because there's so much liquidity just sitting right there. Of course, they're not going to let people just have an easy win. So the way I look at news is when you see news come up, like a high impact news event, wait for the market reaction, and you can follow the market reaction. If you wanted to chase this for a sell, you could, but I don't really trade that way anymore. I used to trade risky like that and go opposite of news, but for the most part, kind of grown away from that because you're pretty much gambling. If you're trading news like this, you're pretty much gambling because it's supposed to be positive, but price is coming down right here. So what I would wait for is I would wait for this manipulation to be done and then look for the continuation back up because it is going to correct back up eventually. And that's what I typically look for. But it is 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna close out, or actually I'm not gonna close out my Ninja Trader because I want to keep looking at my level 2. But I'm not gonna be taking any more trades on my accounts. Sadie's done for the day. Nice work, Sadie. Let me go and just put my totals over here real quick before I mess it up. Okay, so for the day so far, I am at 17,160. And for the week so far, I'm currently at 20,034. I mean, this is actually pretty good for the week, taking into account all of our losses. So we had losses for the week, of course, a lot of losses actually, like more than usual. Well, actually not really. So we had one loss here, one loss yesterday, and then we had 2 losses today. So I guess that is a little above average because we have 3 losses for the week. Typically, we don't have that many losses, but obviously because of these current market conditions, we're getting caught in a lot of these whipsaws. So 3 losses for the week so far, and how many wins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 wins and 2 losses, or 5 wins and 3 losses, currently at a 2 net win for the week so far. So not too bad. I mean, as long as we're net positive for the week and for the day, I think that's the key thing. The key thing is really closing out the day net positive. You can close out every day net positive. You'll have like 1 win per day, and then it'll add up by the end of the week, right? At the end of the week, you'll have like 5 net wins, maybe more, maybe less. But you just want to close out the week in net positive profit. So it's kind of like building blocks, right? You're kind of building bricks. Like you're setting up your week to have a brick wall, basically. So you want to stack your wins each and every day, and then by the end of the week, you'll have a bunch of wins, and then by the end of the month, you'll have even more wins because your main goal every week is to close out the week green. So stack up your wins during the day, whether it be small, whether it be big, and then by the end of the week, it'll stack up to a bigger pile of wins. And then by the end of the month, you put all of your wins together and you have like a big stack of wins. So that's the goal, guys. Focus on today. Don't focus on the week. Just focus on today. Make sure that each day closes with net positive. If you don't close out net positive, don't feel too down. You can always make it back. Today's Tuesday, so you have a whole week ahead of you. If you're not having a great week so far, then you still have 3 days ahead of you. Just got to focus on making less mistakes and improving as the week goes on. I mean, we're all kind of preparing for NFP, really. So that's kind of the that's kind of the end goal for this week. So, all right, guys, looking at this so far, we got price climbing back up. There's no market flow entry here. The target for this here is going to be the session still. So if price pushes back up, this is where I'm expecting price to push up to. Like I said, look for the correction. This is the correction that I was talking about. See, market got manipulated down. Now it's correcting back up. This is likely what's going to happen. It's going to climb up, push past the news price, and go higher from there. The target price point is going to be news price and sessions right there because that's where the correction needs to happen. So this is a market flow entry right here. I mean, I'm not going to take it, but I just mark it up for you guys right there. It's still kind of tricky because you can see how price is still reacting to the news. The news happened over here at 7 o'clock, but price is still reacting to the news. We had this first reaction, then we have the correction. This doesn't necessarily mean price is ready to push up. I would look for price to push a little bit higher and provide a market flow entry from here. So that's about it from there. Other than that, we have some more team profits here. So we got Delicia. She locked in 1,815 on her first account, 1,840 on her second account, 640 on her third account, 615 on the fifth account, 405, 405, 405, 405. So Delicia over here locked in about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6,000 for the day. All wins. Nice work, Delicia. So great wins for the day, great wins for the week so far. Delicia is up about 3, 6, 9, 10, about 11,000 for the week. So great work right there, Delicia, for your weekly profits. So we'll continue to see where price goes from here. It's 7 o'clock now, so this is typically where the market volatility dies down. If you guys are done for trading for the day, like I am, I mean, it's probably a good time to wrap it up. I'll keep looking for entries here, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. See, yeah, Barack said got nothing today, came in late, but I'll see you guys hit it on the head. Yeah, today was pretty solid, Barack. We had I mean, it wasn't that solid. I got caught in a lot of the, you guys can see all the entries right here, all the arrows. So we got some pretty good entries, but I just got caught in a lot of these retracements. So like my stop loss is too tight. So we got stopped out right here, unfortunately. Stop loss too tight. We won right here, stopped out again right here. Unfortunately, entry was bad, stop loss was too tight. And then 2 wins right here. These 3 should have been back-to-back wins, but it's all good. I'm still happy with my net win for the day. See, question from Mamal. Mamal's asking question for anyone who trades MNQ. Can anyone tell me what the reasonable contract size is? I mean, you can just look for yourself, Mamal. If you pull it up on your chart, so just pull up MNQ. You go to buy here. I mean, it depends on how much you're looking to risk. So how much are you looking to risk, Mamal? I'm not sure what your risk is because I'm not sure what your account size is. So how much are you risking per trade? If you ever need to figure it out, you can just put your TP stop loss here, whatever the TP stop loss might be. If it's 75.75, you can put 75.75 right there. If you're risking, I don't know, if you're risking 525 like I am per trade, it's going to give you 14 units. So this is the easiest way to find out, like, you know, what contract size you need to use. I don't know what your TP stop loss is. So if you can give me the details of your TP stop loss and give me the details of how much money you're looking to risk, you just a plug and play. Like if you're doing a 15-15, your contract size would be 70. If you're doing a 50-50 and your risk is 1,000, your contract size is 40, right? And it does everything for you. Like calculations already done here. So you just have to open up the asset, hit buy or sell, put whatever your TP stop loss will be, put your risk right there, and then your contract size will come up. And it'll tell you how much you're risking right here. So super simple way to figure it out. It works for everything. So whatever asset you want to trade, right? If you want to trade a YM, you're going to figure out what your TP stop loss should be. Same thing, 15-15 TP stop loss. My risk is 525. I take 7 contracts. That's how much I'm taking on my PA accounts, guys. So I'm not really risking too much. On my 300K PA accounts, I'm only risking 7 contracts. So I basically make it virtually impossible for me to blow my account. So like my PA accounts will just, they'll be alive. They'll just never get blown. The profits are going to come a little slower, but I'm okay with that because like I said, the whole point of trading with Apex is not necessarily to, I mean, you can make a lot of money trading with Apex, but my goal with Apex is just getting consistent cash flow. So I just want to make my profits because, here, I'm going to do the math again for you guys. The math is pretty simple. I'm making about 525. Let's see, 7 times 5 times 15. I make 525 per trade times 20 accounts. That's about 10,000 per day, right? If I have a net win per day, that's about 10,000 per day in PA profits. That's like profits I can withdraw. So if I do this every day times 5, about 52,000. I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with that. And then you can request your payout every 2 weeks if you have enough. So times 2, like that's how much profits you can kind of expect. So yeah, I'm here for the long game, guys. I'm not here to make like 100,000 in like one trade. I don't care about that. I'm just here to make consistent profits every single day, make my withdrawals, and then transfer those funds to my personal account where I could have free reign on like whatever I want to do with it. So, I mean, everyone's kind of different. Some people here just want to YOLO Apex and make a bunch of profit. That's how you get flagged and that's how you get denied payouts. So don't do that. I'm trying to stay under the radar. I just want to make consistent profits, get my payouts, don't get denied on anything. But that's the main reason a lot of people get denied, right? It's because they YOLO their trades. They YOLO their trades and then their consistency rules all screwed up. That's the whole reason why they have that rule in place, the consistency and then also the DCA rule. I know DCA is a strategy, but it's a gambling strategy. It's not really it's not a strategy that's what I would say it's not consistent enough. And that's what Apex wants. They want consistent traders. So if you guys stay under the radar like I'm doing, you guys should have no problem getting your payouts approved. I look at the group, there's like everyone who's been in our group has been getting the payouts approved. There's nobody here getting denied. So, we're doing something right and we're following the rules. Let's see. CRX is asking anybody know how to fix this error? Let's see. Pull this up. So I've never seen this error before, but it looks like your your OCO, it looks like it's an issue. I'm not sure if are you using an automatic TP stop loss CRX? You might want to turn it off and then turn it back on. So like take off your auto TP stop loss, your ATM, and then like delete it and then put it back on. It seems like your auto TP stop loss is causing the error. It doesn't seem like an account error. It just seems like it's a NinjaTrader error. Or you might want to close out of your NinjaTrader and reopen it. So like delete, what I'd recommend is delete your ATM, your OCO order, like your automatic TP stop loss, and then close your NinjaTrader and then reopen it and then just recreate it. So the good thing is that it's not an issue with Apex or your broker, it's an issue with NinjaTrader. It just seems like there's something wrong with your auto TP stop loss. That's a good sign because then you don't have to message Apex to fix it for you. Because once you message Apex, you're probably gonna have to wait a couple days. Or maybe sooner. I don't know. I haven't dealt with their customer service in a while, so I'm not sure if they're still taking forever to respond to people. I'm assuming they're not because their Discord seems to still be down, so they're not really having a bunch of issues. All right, we have some profits over here from Jamie. Nice work, Jamie. She locked in a total profit of 2,545. Nice work, Jamie. Her Jamie here has been killing it with liquidity trades. So nice work on that move there. There was a lot of liquidity today, so I'm assuming you caught at least one of them. So the lower level liquidities here just got hit, guys. There was a lower low right here. As you guys know, when a lower higher high gets placed, this can be a 1 minute liquidity. Liquidity right there got hit, pushed down further. We have another level of liquidity right here. So if price drops down further from where it's currently at and hits liquidity right here, the target price point is going to be the sessions right here, the Asia high. So this will probably be the Asia higher. Well, this will be the target if price continues to drop. There's one of two things that'll happen here. Price is either going to drop further, hit the Asia high, or it's probably going to go into some consolidation here. As you guys can see, price starting to retrace back a little bit, or a lot actually. I just realized I didn't mark up opening price today. It's weird. First time I haven't marked up opening price this late into the session. Unless I accidentally deleted it. So looking at this here, the first target is going to be the Asia high right here, this purple line. And if price drops further, the next target is going to be opening price, of course. All right, so price is doing pretty much what we anticipated. I said if price hits liquidity here, it's probably going to push down to the Asia high. That's where it's probably going to push down to. Let me check the level 2 to see where all the it's pretty mixed right now. It's not really heavy on the sell side yet. Looks like it's probably going to retrace up a little bit. A lot of buyers are trying to prevent it from coming down further. So there goes the retracement right there that I was mentioning. This is why the level 2 comes, it's so handy and why I want to keep looking at it, because level 2 kind of shows you where everybody's sitting. There's a lot of buy orders here, but there's also a lot of sell orders. So I think this right here might be a fake out and then another fake out back down. There's just a lot of buy orders that are currently pushing price up right now. And this is why it's very handy to use when looking at areas of manipulation. So I mentioned earlier, the level 2 is really useful if you're looking at it at certain areas. So it's useful, but not very useful when it's out in the open. And you can see it's doing exactly what I just marked up here, right? So I said fake out right here and a possible fake out back down, because I can see all the sell orders on the market right now. And there he goes, it comes right back down. Man, I feel like I could put a strategy together for this. because it's so useful. So I think the level two is very useful when it comes down to these price points right here. When it comes down to liquidity, when it comes down to the sessions, when it comes down to opening price, any of the red flags, if you're able to look at level two, you can kind of see where all the orders are sitting. If you see a bunch of buy orders just chilling right there, then you can expect a retracement back up. If you see a bunch of sell orders, you can expect price to push down. Looking at this right here, there are a lot of buy orders that are currently waiting. So you might see a bounce off the sessions right here. And that's exactly what's happening. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. There's a lot more buy orders and sell orders right now. So this here might bounce off the sessions and come back up. But there's also a lot of sell orders. There's a lot of sell orders, but there's more buy orders right now. So well, I'm expecting a possible fake out here. They're really fighting for this area here. So you guys see the big wick on the bottom? I just see a lot more buy orders here. So I think this is going to push back up. I think this might come, let me just clean this up a little bit. So I think this might come down a little bit, fake out, come right back up. Man, it's like I'm a fortune teller. You guys see that? It did exactly what I just thought was going to happen. So I said price can push down, it's going to spike up right here, and then it might correct back up right here. But there's just a lot of, so the level two isn't like 100% accurate, but it does show you where all the pending orders are sitting. So I'm looking at this right now. There's actually a lot more sell orders. So this might push up a little bit, and it's doing exactly. So I like literally drew this before it happened, right? I said price is going to come down, push up, and then push up higher. And then now there's a bunch of sell orders right here. So I'm expecting this to maybe come up a little bit, fake out again, and come right back down. I'm just gonna keep looking at the level two because I think the more that I look at it, the better it'll be for me to be able to identify this stuff and predict what's gonna happen next. So I'm looking at the level two right now. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm just looking for the big numbers because the big numbers are usually going to be where price pushes. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of buy orders right now. They're pretty balanced at the moment. CJ said Sean Stradamus. I know this is the level two is actually pretty cool. Once you understand how to read the level two, it's dang, it's crazy. I just predicted this again. So I did the same thing. Like literally the same thing I just drew right here. I think this would be like yeah, this is doing exactly what I just figured. So I think this would be cool taking it with like a small contract size, but with like no stop loss. Because you can kind of just write it down. Like you can watch it. Like say you're taking like a 1 or 2 contract, you just let it push up and you're like, okay, this is gonna happen. So you take the little trade and then you let it ride down a little bit. And when you know it's gonna be done pushing, then you would just you close out of it. You just kind of just ride the wave. There's a lot of sell orders here. They're kind of sitting around this area up here. So I'll keep giving you guys a heads up, and yes, playing out perfect right there. So I'll keep giving you guys like my analysis because I know not all of you guys have level two, or even if you do have level two, you don't understand how to read it. I've been studying level two for a while now, like for the past couple of days. So I'm getting better and better at reading it. I wish I could show you guys my chart, but I can't because I'm on. Damn, this thing's perfect. So my analysis earlier where I said price was going to come down was perfect. This thing came up and it was perfect. And then again, right here, I drew the same exact pattern and it came down pretty nice because I see all the sell orders here. So I know that it's like coming down. It's just, we don't really have an idea exactly when it's going to come down. So let me clean this up over here. Let's clean it up a little bit. Let's see, there's still a lot of sell orders right now, so I think price is going to keep pushing down further. CRX is asking, would you be able to add level 2 screen to this live? No, so that's exactly what I said I wish I could do because my laptop is a PC, so I can't really cross them over. Let me see if I could do that actually. Let me see, share. No, I can't. Because they're two different, they're and NinjaTrader doesn't work on a Mac. So I mean if it worked on a Mac, yeah. But here, let me see actually. Let me pull up. Actually, no, I can't. I was gonna log into Tradeovate, but I can't because I'm on NinjaTrader. They're like different logins. Yeah, I mean the only way for you guys to really have access to it is if yeah, the mall said there's a web app, but the web app doesn't have all the features. That's the whole point of having the desktop version. It's kind of like if you're trading on your playing a video game on a web version, but you're not gonna have all the features on the web app. That level two isn't like here, let me see if I can pull it up. But I don't think you can. Let me log into my NinjaTrader over here. Yeah, the only way I could really do it
Oh, yeah.
is if I was trading on my PC, but I can't because everything's on my Mac. Here, let me see. I'm pretty sure you can't because the web version doesn't really have all the features. Let's see. Uh, hmm. I could pull a super DOM, but it doesn't have trade performance option chains. Yeah, I don't think so. I could kind of show you guys like, no, it's not the same. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just because it's the same. I mean, let me see if I can pull up a super DOM here. Like I got so many mouses, I don't even know. It's weird. They don't even have a super DOM over here on TradingView anymore. They used to have a super DOM that we could pull up here on the side, but they don't even have it anymore. Looks like they took it off. Hmm. Yeah, I mean the closest thing I can show you would be the super DOM, but it's not really going to be any help because you can't see the actual level two. You can see the orders sitting on the super DOM, but it's not the same thing. Yeah, I mean maybe in the future I can show you guys, but as of now, there's just nothing I can show. The thing is like it wouldn't really matter if I also show you on the live because it's moving too fast. Like you'd have to have your own level too. I mean, I wish I could show you right now. Like the numbers are so fast that you can't even like if you were to follow on my screen, you'd be behind because every second is changing. Um, you just have to have it on your own screen where it's like real time. But yeah, in the future, I don't know, maybe in the future I'll switch to a PC, but as of now, I'm still on Mac for my main trading right here on my main screen. So I can't transfer it over unless NinjaTrader creates a Mac application. I mean that ideally that'd be the case, right? If NinjaTrader would create a Mac application, I could trade directly on the Mac, but because they don't, I have to I gotta use like I have like two different mouses here, guys. I got like two mouses, I got like two computers, I got four different screens. It's just ideally I'd like to do everything on one screen, but I just don't have that option. Yeah, but you can't screen share on the laptop. So Vimal said, then screen share on laptop is the only choice. Yeah, I can't screen share because if I screen share on the laptop, you're only going to see level two. You're not going to see the charts. You got to choose between the two. What's more important, charts or level two, right? You can just get your own level two. So that's like the best option for you guys. The best option for you guys is just get your own level two. Nick said that it's actually included if you're on Rhythmic. So if you're on Rhythmic, level two is included. Otherwise, it's another fee for I don't even know if you can even get it with Apex. You might have to have your own personal account. Because I'm looking at Apex right now. Let me check the settings to see if I could even pay for it on here. I mean, it wouldn't matter because I still wouldn't be able to copy it over. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can add data on your Apex. You just have to get it on your personal account on NinjaTrader. But it's all right, guys. So the level two isn't really necessary. Like again, it's a it's an additional confluence. So you guys don't need level two. I mean, what I'm telling you guys here is probably enough. Just telling you guys where the buyers and sellers are because it's not a standalone. Like you could probably trade directly off level two, but I don't think it's really going to be too. I take that back. No, it's a strong it's a strong tool because yesterday when you got off the live session, I was trading on level two with my demo account or my demo account with Ninja, and I was just taking trades where all the heavy orders were sitting for like a quick 10 point move. I was using our old strategy, a 10-30 split, kind of just let the trade run and then eventually would hit TP. But so I mean it's you can trade directly off level two, but it is very risky. Unless like you really, really know how to read it. So I'm gonna keep using level two here for like the next couple months, probably until the end of the year. I'm just gonna get better at reading level two. So once I get better at reading level two, I'll be able to use this, obviously to our advantage. Because really, it's just a bunch of numbers. There's no charts. It's just a bunch of numbers that are just flickering. So once I'm able to see these patterns or these flickerings, I'll be able to use them even more to our advantage. The thing with these numbers is that you can start to see patterns where price starts to stack. Like you can kind of see where like people are stacking orders because sometimes you'll see like for example right here, see how price is going up and down. I'm looking over here at the level two, and what people are doing here is they're stacking orders. So what happens is right here, say for example, these are like the level two prices, right? I see like 15 contracts on each line. So on each line, I see people stacking 15 contracts. So, I mean, what do you think happens when those contracts get hit, right? When the contracts get hit right here, it pretty much pushes up, loses volume, and then it spikes down, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at people stacking orders. It's kind of like DCA, like how people trade DCA and you see a bunch of people put like a bunch of orders, like they see price coming down. And then with price coming down like that, they have a bunch of like buy orders just chilling. Like they're taking a buy order there, they're taking a buy order here, they're taking another buy order there. And then I can see where everybody's placing their buy orders. So I see the price point and I see how many orders they're putting in. So if I see like a bunch of like 20 orders here, like so everything's like a one contract, right? One or two or three contracts. And then you have someone putting in like 20 contracts each line, you can expect a correction back up. So I'll keep using it. And then once I get better at using level two, I mean, I could probably even create a strategy based off level two. Or what I'll probably do is I'll create my own indicator. I think that's what I'll probably do. I'll create my own indicator so that we can see level two on the charts here. Like if we can see all these orders kind of just piling up, like if I can create an indicator to create lines on the chart like this, and then it shows like how many orders are sitting right there, then we can catch the reversal. That's actually a good thing too. So like if you see a V1 variation, now that my mind is kind of like flowing right now, whenever we see like a V1 variation or a CB pattern, I can look at the level two, and if I see a lot of orders pushing price up, then I can expect the reversal to happen at that point. Like for example, right here, right? Price came up, it gave a V2 pattern right here, double body rejection. If I see a bunch of sell orders just hanging out right there, then I could know for sure that this V2 is going to work out, or V1 is going to work out, and we can write it down. So, I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities out there. As you guys know, I'm never going to stop learning with trading, guys. I'm pretty profitable as is trading with you guys here. You guys can see how I trade every day. I'm pretty profitable, but I'm always going to look for more. Like when you guys get good at trading and you're good at analyzing the charts, it becomes like a puzzle. It's like a challenge. Like every day I'm looking for new possibilities to make more money in the market. So it doesn't matter how profitable I am trading, I'm always going to look for more ways to make money in the market. Um, there's so many different ways to make money in the market. There's not one way. So I'll keep using level 2 and then we'll go from there. Adam said, I'm surprised no one has made an indicator that goes on the chart using data like that, like a heat map or something. I'm pretty sure there is. There actually is. So there's a platform, there's a program called Bookmap. If you guys have ever heard of the Bookmap, there's something very similar. It's called Bookmap, but not a lot of people know how to use it properly. Yeah, if you look at Bookmap, like if you look that up, it's exactly like what we're saying here, Adam. It's here. Let me see. I'll pull it up for you guys. I just didn't really like it. I mean, I used Bookmap for a little bit, and I just didn't like how it was. It's like literally what you were saying, right? So this is what the candles look like, and this is what it shows up like right here. So you can kind of see all the colors. I don't know. It didn't make sense to me, so I didn't like it as much. But yeah, you can see the volume dots. So like the dots will come up. Like it'll show you the heat map right there where people are selling and buying. It'll have like these dots here. So if you guys really want to get into level 2, I mean the thing that you guys can use is Bookmap. That's going to be like what you guys want to use. But I feel like when you use Bookmap, you're kind of doing too much at that point. Like the Bookmap is its own strategy on its own. So for me personally, I don't like trading this way. I prefer to trade my way, and then I just use the level 2 as an additional confluence. But yeah, if you want to check out Bookmap, the reason why I didn't use Bookmap initially is because it's on PC, so I couldn't use it on my Mac. So that's the reason why that's one of the main reasons I didn't use it. But a lot of people do use Bookmap to trade. Yeah, exactly. Adam said you can make a better one, right? I'll make a Mac compatible one. That's where it is. The thing with Bookmap is that I feel like they're struggling now. Initially, they had a big hype about them. Like last year, I think last year a lot of people started using Bookmap and they thought it was like the game changer. But the problem is you don't want to be using what everybody's using, right? If you're using the same tools and platforms that everybody's using, then you're not going to have an edge in the market. That's why like our style of trading here is very different compared to everyone else. And that's why we have an edge, because we're not trading supply and demand, or we're not trading support resistance and stuff like that. That stuff works, but it only works to some extent. When there's too many people using it, then of course the market makers and all the algos out there know what people are doing, and they tend to do the opposite of everybody else. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to like what I'm doing here, and I'll use level 2 as a confluence. But yeah, like Adam said, I could probably make one that's better. And then if I do make one that's better, I'm probably not going to share with like the world. I'll share with you guys here, but not with the world, of course. Yeah, CRX said no ICT Kai, right? Yeah, the ICT craze is crazy. I mean, it's like it's a cult following, right? With ICT. I got nothing to say about them. It's whatever. If their strategies work, fine. And I'm sure some of them work. It's just that they have so many different strategies that a lot of people don't know which ones to use or when. Their concepts are just similar to everybody else. Like the thing with trading guys is that a lot of people just rename stuff. Like they'll call it smart money, right? Smart money isn't candlestick pattern. Smart money is level 2. Like I mentioned earlier with level 2 right here, people always use these things called smart money concepts. Smart money isn't technical analysis. Smart money is looking at the numbers. So if you look at the footprint and you look at level 2, like where all the orders are sitting, that's where smart money is. I feel like a lot of people they take these terms and they kind of twist them a little bit, and they make people think that they've come up with like something brand new. But smart money concepts, I don't know, I'm going to call it smart money concepts. I'm just going to call it smart money. Smart money is when you look at level 2 and you see a big order and you know exactly where the smart money is, because smart money is the institution money, right? It's the institutional money or the hedge fund money or the bank money and stuff like that. When you see these big orders come in, that's where smart money is at. You can't see where those big orders are by looking at candlestick patterns. I mean, you guys can try to prove me wrong, but that's really what smart money is. I've watched documentaries on smart money. Smart money is reading the footprint. Is for one, reading the footprint and looking at where these orders are coming in from. You can't see how many orders are coming in from here. You can see a big candle, but this isn't telling you, okay, there was like 20 orders that came up right here, right? There might have been like 50 orders down here, and then as price climbed up, there was like maybe 20, 30, 40 orders here. And what I mean about footprint is if you go over here, some of you guys have it, some of you guys don't. So let me just show you guys this real quick. So this is the footprint. See, this is smart money. A lot of people, they get this confused. They think smart money is looking at the candle. No, like if you look over here, you can see how many contracts are getting filled right here, right? Like you see how these red numbers, it says 35, 40, 30, 30, 55. This right here is basically what I'm looking at on level 2, but I'm looking at every live order. So for example, here you guys can see how many buy orders came in, how many sell orders came in. There's a reason why this candle is a big red candle, because there's more sell orders than buy orders. And you can see right here the delta, right? You can see the numbers. This is like net positive 70 orders. There's a total of 296 orders on this candle or contracts. And this is really what smart money is. So I always like find it crazy how people think that they're reading smart money off candlestick patterns, because it's not. This is really what smart money is. It's looking at the contracts, and then you start to put together patterns here. So this is what I mean about, like, you know, these candles starting to stack, because you can see sometimes if they start to stack and you see a bunch of orders and then you see who's in control here, you can kind of predict what's going to happen next. And this is like one thing I noticed too with like the momentum signals, right? You have an anomaly, but again, I'll save that for another day. There's a lot of stuff that you guys can look at. There's a lot of different trading styles, but I just find it crazy because I'm on YouTube like every day and I'm on Instagram every day, and I see people come up with like the randomest things and they try to name them something to sound smart. JJ said, I'm currently using ICT and I'm currently home at a homeless shelter. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I got nothing against it, but I got nothing against their trading style, but I just feel like their approach is like they come on way too strong. Like those guys they feel like that's the only way to trade. But realistically, like their trading style is the same as everyone else. It's just they're using different names for it. So yeah, exactly. Barack said smart charts right there. Yeah, you might as well call them smart candlesticks, because that's not smart money. Like people say supply and demand. If you guys really want to trade supply and demand, you can look at the footprints and you can see. So again, like I was showing you guys earlier, and this isn't to shit on anybody's strategy, but I just want to show you, like, if you want to look at supply and demand, you can literally look over here and look at the delta, right? If the delta is super high and you got price at a lower low, then okay, if that's the case, then yes, this is going to be your supply zone, right? If you're looking for your demand zone or whatever, I don't even know what supply and demand is anymore. I don't know if it supplies the lower part or the higher part, or if it's the because there's so many names for this stuff. But again, like if you guys want to look for like actual supply and demand, you can look at just look at the higher highs. So look at the lower lows, look at the delta. If the delta is like abnormal, that's how you can identify this as a supply or demand. Like for example, here the delta here is 693, but there's no higher high here, so I wouldn't consider that a supply zone or whatever it is, supply or demand. But all right, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to pop into the chat. It's currently 7:41 right now. I'm actually on here a lot longer than I was expecting. You guys can see price isn't really doing too much. Again, I'm a candlestick trader, so I don't look at those numbers as much. I just look at level 2 to identify where the orders are sitting. But for the most part, I mean, I've been trading for so long. I've been trading so many different styles, so many different strategies, that I can kind of explain a little bit of everything to you guys. So looking at price right here, you can see there's not much going on. Price is really just going sideways at this moment. We have liquidity on both ends right here, this higher high and this lower low. But realistically, price is pretty much ranging between these two levels. So the upper level right here is the 950 mark, and the lower level right here is the 850 mark. Price pretty much consolidates between these two areas. And there's not really much going on here. So this is the midway point, 900. And price just keeps bouncing back and forth from this area here. Joe, so yesterday on my trading view, my trades kept getting rejected on his 150K count, despite being at 146K. So I got a 100K count, and now it's rejecting these. Yeah, that's unusual. So do you know if you hit your trailing drawdown, Joe? Because that might have been the case. The only time I see trades get rejected is if you've hit your trailing drawdown and your account's been locked out. So for your 100K account, is that like a new account or have you traded on it? Because the only thing I can think of, like the only reason the accounts get like your trades get rejected is, so one of them is your trailing drawdown's been hit. A lot of people don't realize it gets hit, but if you can pull it up on Tradeovate, it'll show you. If it's a new account, the reason it might be getting rejected is because, well, and this might not be the case, but it happened to me before. The contract size was too high. So I was typically trading on a 300K account, and then the contract size was too high for a 100K account. That's why it kept getting rejected for me. I'm not sure what it is, what's the case with you, but that is unusual that it's getting rejected like that. So, I mean, the only thing I can point you towards is to send Apex a support ticket. It might take a day or two to respond, might be faster, but that's the only thing I can kind of, unfortunately, it's the only thing I can advise you to do. So guys, looking at current price right here, there's nothing going on. As you guys can see, price is consolidating sideways. This is pretty much expected. We had news over here at 7:30. Mark that up as news. And just gonna clean this up a little bit. So there's not really too much going on here. We got price going sideways here. 8 o'clock is my cutoff, my official cutoff for trading. But typically around this time, like between 7 and 8, you'll see some consolidation, and it'll pretty much just consolidate until 8 o'clock where it consolidates even further. So if you guys want to keep trading, I mean, feel free to keep trading. Looking at the current price conditions right now, market conditions, it's not really going anywhere. So if you do want to trade, I would recommend you wait for the liquidity here to get hit and then look for the continuation up higher. I think Kevin over here locked in another profit, right? That Kevin caught the market flow that happened earlier over here. Going down to our team profits, we have more profits from Vimal. So Vimal said he's been looking at VM and MNQ and YM for a total profit of 540 for the day. Nice work, Vimal. Yeah, you guys did pretty good today. I mean, some of you guys took the trades I took, a lot. Some of you guys took liquidity. I know Jamie here likes to take liquidity, so she took that trade on her own right there, just following liquidity. Delisi over here locked in about 6,000 for the day. Steven locked in about 300 for the day. David locked in 299. And again, my team profits over here, I locked in 17,160 for the day and 20,034 for the week so far. So it's been a pretty decent week so far. We had two net wins, or yeah, 2 net wins for the week and 1 net win for the day. And Kenneth over here said he was lurking on live for a bit, but he's back now. Kenneth locked in 2 funded 250K accounts with Apex. Nice work, Kenneth. The big congrats to Kenneth over here getting funded 2 accounts with Apex. Pretty solid. And I'll send that over here as well to our team profits, milestones, and funding broker. Nice work, Kenneth. Yeah, I know I haven't seen you in a while, Kenneth. I know you were on here, but I didn't see you chime into the group. So it's good to see you back here, getting another 2 funded accounts with the group. So as you guys can see, people are still passing accounts, people are still getting funded, etc. Some people are just quiet. They're just kind of in the background lurking, but they are doing well. So nice work, Kenneth. I know you haven't posted your profits in a while, but I know you've been doing well on your own. So, all right, guys, I think this is about it for the day. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out. You guys can message me on Discord. That's gonna be the fastest way to get in touch with me. Otherwise, there's not really too much going on here. Again, like I said, if you want to continue trading, Wait for price to hit liquidity here. Look for that retracement and continuation back higher. If and when price does climb up higher, and it just hit liquidity right there, if and when price does continue to climb up higher, the next target price point is going to be the sessions up here. So price is pushing up. I see a lot of orders coming in on both sides right now on the level 2. There's a lot of sell orders though. So there's way more sell orders than buy orders. So I think this here might fake out a little bit, and it's doing that already. So price can fake out here a little bit and come back down. Yep, you guys can see right there. Pretty decently sized wick on top. Yeah, there's big orders right here on the sell. I see like 20 contracts at 941, 942. So the big orders are sitting up here. See some double-digit orders for sell sitting up here. And you can see right there, it's starting to push down a little bit. And we'll probably see this push back down. And yep, did exactly that. Man, this level 2 is pretty crazy. I mean, once you get good at looking at the level 2 and you're able to just like pinpoint where the numbers are at, there's a lot of numbers on that level 2. So it's hard to really tell unless you like really follow it. So I'm going to keep staring at it for the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, next couple of months, and I'll just get better and better at reading the level 2. But yeah, it pushed down right there just like we anticipated. And it's probably going to push down even more. So all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will be back here again for tomorrow's live session as we continue on with this NFP trading week. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for